In a free market economy, anyone can make as much money as they want. However, most people wish their circumstances would magically change for them. They don't have the desire to become better themselves so they can proactively improve their own circumstances. Unlike most people, who simply wait and wish for luck, you can seek to become the kind of person equipped with the skills and abilities to do brilliant things. Jim Rohn once said, "The greatest reward in becoming a millionaire is not the amount of money that you earn. It is the kind of person that you have to become a millionaire." You can become the kind of person who does highly influential work. Your work can solve pressing problems, improve people's lives, and get noticed by important people who share your work not for your sake, but for theirs. The quality of who you are as a person, and the work you do, is completely within your control. But you can't wish for it to happen. You must become the kind of person who naturally attracts the success you seek. There's no secret formula to amassing wealth. But I can tell you that road to becoming a millionaire is much easier when you're in your 20s, you have more energy, less dependence and little to lose. But don't worry if you already passed that age. It is more important that you start today. To help you reach the 7-figure mark, we rounded up 10 must-do from people who became millionaires and people who have studied hundreds of self-made millionaires. Welcome to Great Big Minds, the place where you will find great inspiration and growth strategies for champions. Be sure to hit subscribe so you will never miss out on another video. Number 1. Invest at least 10% of your income in yourself. How much do you invest in yourself? How committed are you to yourself? When it comes to self-improvement, investing 10% of your income on yourself will yield a 100 times or more return on that investment. For every dollar you spend on your education, skills, and relationships, you'll get at least $100 back in returns. If you want to do something extremely well, you need to surround yourself with the right mentors. Anything that you'll ever do well will be the result of high-quality mentoring. The best mentorships are the ones where you pay your mentor. Often, the more you pay the better because you'll take the relationship far more seriously. You won't solely be taking in that relationship. You won't purely be a consumer. Instead, you'll be invested, and as such, you'll listen more carefully. You'll care more. You'll be more thoughtful and engaged, and there will be higher consequences for not succeeding. If you don't have much money, surely you can afford to buy a book. It's only when you invest in something that you have the motivation to make it happen. Beyond mentorships, you should invest in education programs such as online courses, books, quality products such as food and sleep. Your level of success can generally be directly measured by your level of investment. If you're not getting the results you want, it's because you haven't invested enough to get those results. You'll find when you financially invest yourself in something, you become very committed to that thing. Economists call this sunk cost bias. But you can leverage this to your benefit. If you want to escalate your personal commitment to something, invest heavily in that thing. Eventually, it will become a point of no return. You'll become so fiercely committed that withdrawing will seem ridiculous. Number 2. Invest at least 80% of your off time into learning. Most people are consumers rather than creators. They are at work to get their paycheck, not to make a difference. It is only by investing your time wisely that you get a return on that time. Life isn't purely about being entertained. Education and learning is also key, and although both are essential, education will provide far greater returns in your future. The world's most successful people are intense learners. They are hard readers. They know that what they know determines how well they see the world. They know that what they know determines the quality of the relationships they can have and the quality of work they can do. If you are constantly consuming junk media, how can you possibly expect to create high-value work? Your input directly translates to your output. Number 3. Don't work for money. Work to learn. Just as a large majority of your downtime should be spent learning, So should a great deal of your working time. Wealthy and happy people work to learn, and on the other hand, unsuccessful and unhappy people work primarily for money. It is by sharpening your saw that you'll continue to become a better and more capable person. Thus, as you dedicate large portions of time becoming a better thinker, communicator, and better at your craft, the quality of your work will continue to increase. Eventually, you'll be able to charge very high fees for your work, because no one else can do it like you. Number 4. Don't learn for entertainment. Learn to create more value. In our media and information age, there are a million things you could learn. But if you don't put that learning into immediate practice, it becomes shallow information. Information and knowledge are two very different things. Knowledge and wisdom are also two very different things. It takes wisdom to determine what you should learn, why you should learn it, and when you should learn it. Unless you're invested, you probably won't learn with the intensity needed to maximize that knowledge. Unless you understand the value of your time, you probably won't have the discernment to ignore almost everything while learning that which will bring the highest return. When you learn something, you should get a return on that learning. Far too many people read books now just to say they've read lots of books. If you're not applying what you're learning, you're consuming and wasting your time. Number 5. Invest at least 10% of your income into vehicles that will generate more money. Very few people create true wealth. Even those who have high incomes are not truly wealthy. Most people's lifestyles match their incomes. When they make more, they consume more. In fact, most people make money solely to consume. Very few people make money to invest that money. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The best time to start investing was also in the past. If you haven't started yet, don't sit and wallow in regret. Tomorrow doesn't exist for people who don't do something today. Start today. Get yourself educated. Create a vehicle, or several vehicles, where you put at least 10% of your income. Eventually, your investment vehicle may even start producing more profits for you than your actual business. Compound interest is a real thing. If you put 10% of your income into your investments over a long enough period of time, you'll be set. Unlike the majority of high earners out there, you'll be able to stop working whenever you want, because your money is making more than enough money for you to comfortably live with. Number 6. Shift your motivation from getting to giving. Most people are only focused on what they can get out of life. However, once you become more consciously awake to the world, your desire will shift from merely receiving to giving. You'll realize that it's actually far more satisfying to give than to get. Moreover, you'll be driven by a cause you fully believe in. Most people have transactional relationships. They're focused only on what they get out of the relationship. It's all about furthering their own agenda. It's rooted in scarcity and it's selfish. This isn't how you get far in relationships and life. Transformational relationships, on the other hand, are completely focused on giving and gratitude. It is the hallmarks of abundance. In these relationships, the whole becomes more than the sum of parts. Both parties, in vulnerability and trust, transcend their own small-mindedness and become something more. When your motivation is to give, you'll often get insights into how you can improve your relationships. You'll have more ideas about how you can improve other people's lives and businesses. You'll start contributing more, which will lead to far more opportunities and deeper relationships. People will come to love and trust you. Your work will be motivated by a higher cause, and thus will be far more inspired and impactful. Number 7. Openly acknowledge how dependent you are on other people. Just because your primary motivation is to give, doesn't mean you don't also seek a lot of help. The truth is, everyone is highly dependent on other people to do what they do. But it takes wisdom and humility to openly acknowledge that dependence. Rather than seeing it as a weakness, realize that it's a strength. Beyond acknowledging your dependence, Constantly express your appreciation to the people in your life. That which you appreciate appreciates. Relationships are assets that can and should grow bigger and better over time. Number 8. Create win-win strategic partnerships to achieve goals. Most people are in a state of competition rather than collaboration. Competition is focused on the self. It's also very low-level thinking because what you can do on your own is very limited. People who are competing are grinding. They're more focused on winning than creating real solutions. However, when your thinking becomes expanded, you realize you could do so much more with other people. Collaboration creates unique connections working by yourself never could. You have skills and knowledge that are awesome in your field. There are other people in different fields who have skills and knowledge completely outside of your current awareness. These people also have assets you don't have. If you want to get 10 times or 100 times the results of other people in your field, you need to develop strategic win-win partnerships. This generally happens when you devise a plan where your skill sets and assets merge with the skill sets and assets of someone else. This is how transformation occurs. Only those who engage in collaboration actually experience true transformation. People who only work well by themselves are stuck in their own narrow worldview and agendas. The only way to have these types of partnerships is to think long-term. You must be invested and have skin in the game. It can't be transactional. It can't be this for that. It must be about something a lot deeper. When it is, you'll have far more integrity in the work you do. You'll express greater appreciation. You'll consistently do the right thing, even if that right thing is difficult and uncomfortable. Number 9. Set 10 times goals and face your fears. When you set a 10 times goal, you're required to think very differently about your daily behaviors. You're required to be more serious in all aspects of your life. You're required to eliminate limiting thinking and consumptive distractions. Setting a 10 times goal will be one of the best things you've ever done for yourself. This goal should be created while you are in a peak state. You get into a peak state by doing something powerful, whether that be exercising, learning, or being in a unique environment, such as a foreign country. You can even get into a peak state by being around certain types of people, the ones who inspire you to be the best version of yourself. Only you know what gets you into a peak and passionate state. So, do whatever it is that gets you there, and then write down your goals. Declare what you're going to do. Then write that goal down and visualize its achievement every single day until it becomes your reality. When you think about your 10 times goal, you'll probably have ideas that scare you. When you do work that scares you, you cross a boundary that most people never cross. Scary work is often highly profitable and valuable work. Number 10. Get really good at marketing. Marketing is nothing more than applied psychology. It's about connecting with people, persuading them, and helping them. Many people think marketing is a nasty or immoral thing, but in fact, it is nothing more than making your work easier and better to find and use. Marketing is the how to whatever it is you do. The reason most people aren't successful is that they either fear or avoid marketing. For the same reason, most people are bad teachers. They're more focused on content than the delivery and design of that content. But the delivery, the how, is just as important if not more important than what you're doing or why you're doing it. You could have the world's most important message or greatest story, but no one will see it if you don't promote and package it intelligently. I know this list may scare you, but think about it. Millionaires in the world are no more different than you and I. It's just them doing these 10 things on and on again, persisting, not giving up and not giving themselves excuses for becoming less than what they know I'm capable of. Are you ready to think and act bigger? Do you want to become a millionaire? Comment yes in the comments section below, and let us know your millionaire goals when you get there. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss another video. share and give us a thumbs up for this one. Thanks for watching.